This semester I've been trying a couple of different things to try to increase that level of engagement and help the students use what they're reading, they're studying before coming to class. I was reading a study that was looking at college students' attention spans and people's attention spans in general. And it says, we have about 10 good minutes of good cognitive impression time. So in the spirit of that, I've kind of set it up so you have about 10 minutes to explore, identify what is it you're still wrestling with. We can discuss it for 10, sometimes 15 minutes, and then I've got another activity that we spend, that the students will work on for say 10 minutes, and then we'll take 10, 15 minutes to discuss what they've done. And that's what I'm trying to do in this class I've been experimenting with, is you break it up and plan the class in these 10, 15-minute chunks, so that as far as engagement, there's not this, I've been listening to the professor talk for 30 minutes, and although it's really good stuff, if I were more prepared, I would really get it, but I'm not, so I need something. And so this kind of keeps things going and broken up so that we have an individual assignment and then a class discussion. Then I have them go into their groups and work on something, and then we have a class discussion. And then I have them go into an individual assignment, and then we have a class discussion. So the class continues to shrink down and then grow out, shrink down and grow out, and it's breaking it up so that it's something new, it's something fresh, and hopefully their attention gets activated for a little bit more during this time. And sometimes during these group or individual activities, I'll wander around the room and conversations will kind of emerge out of that, and so we'll have kind of these little sidebars as well, and then we'll open it back up to the full class discussion. So that's kind of this modular 10, 15-minute chunk approach of bringing it down to the individual. It's an elaborated form of think, pair, share, but it's kind of more structured into the class. And as an instructor, it also helps me because sometimes during a lecture, I have a tendency of following this thread. A student will ask a question and I'll find myself drifting off the main topic following this one little point. And by modularizing the class, then that forces me to say, one of my students says, oh, look, the deadline's passed for this assignment to get turned in. What do we do? And so it brings us back and we move on to the next module. It's a double-edged sword because in a sense, when thinking in chunks helps me in preparing and outlining my class, as opposed to, say, making sure I have enough content to fill an hour of lecture time. The challenge I run into is each of these little activities has to have, at least so far, some sort of point assigned to it. So that means the administrative load on making sure that, okay, everybody was in class or these students participated in this little project, even if it's just a point to visually spot check, the administrative trivial side grows as you start doing this, because if you just say we're going to do this, then if there's no points and nothing to submit, then the incentive for engagement goes down in my experience. So I'm still balancing that part out. But as far as front-ending the class, this allows me to, I think it's allowing me more flexibility and allowing me to put some more of the engagement and activity time on the students.